Now that the new pack has been announced, I like can't stop thinking about building these like picturesque snowy buildings in The Sims. This always happens to me, like back when we were still waiting for eco lifestyle, but they had talked about eco lifestyle, I was like trying to build eco houses before the pack even came out. And now I'm like, wait, we're getting like this mountainy snowy world? Let's build snowy houses. I feel like I just started building like all these fall inspired homes and now I'm like, forget that, it's winter. And so today I tried to build a snowy cabin escape in Granite Falls. It's not really inspired by the new pack or anything, it's just wintry. It's not like a Japanese inspired build. It's more of like a log cabin inspired build. It's just me using outdoor retreat, but in the cold. So to do this, I first started out by coming here with my sim on vacation. This is just one of the lots in Granite Falls. That's the vacation world you get with outdoor retreat. I brought my sim here. I started a snowstorm. I let it cover the entire world in snow, and then I just got building. And also I made the house diagonal. Because I wanted to make myself suffer. I had seen some pictures online. I was like Googling snowy log cabin, wintry log cabin, and like looking for some sort of inspiration pictures. I wasn't trying to have like a reference picture. I didn't want to like build something exact, but I did want to have like some vibes to go off of. And I kept seeing these houses that had these like big balconies and porches and stuff, but granted covered in snow. Obviously because year round you can use the balcony, just you probably wouldn't do much of that right now. But I tried to mimic that a little bit. And because the house is on a diagonal, I kind of have this like slightly rounded balcony, and that's because you can put stairs on it that way, because technically that angled part of the balcony is the only straight part, and you can't have diagonal stairs. So you'll see that's kind of the deciding factor for a lot of this house is my staircase problem, because the whole house is diagonal, but the stairs cannot be. So the stairs have to be straight on the lot, which makes them look diagonal when you're trying to place them. And I ended up having a staircase into like a lofted upstairs, so there's like a parent's bedroom downstairs and then there's like a lofted space for the kids upstairs. In my mind, this is a cabin your family would like rent and come stay in on vacation. And so I wanted to have like a big hangout space for the kids, but also like enough sleeping space to have a lot of Sims sleep here. So there's technically space for 5 Sims to stay here, except there's really only like 1 bedroom. The upstairs is just like a lofted area that happens to have 3 beds in it. I was trying to get 4, but I decided to have a don't wake the llama table instead. That's basically Jenga, but in The Sims. I gave up on the 4th bed so that my Sims could play Jenga. That's the other thing. I wanted to make sure I had a bunch of like indoor activities, sort of like family bonding type, sort of like, oh, it's really cold outside and there's a snowstorm, so what are we gonna do inside of our cozy cabin home? And so I put things like board games and stuff like that your Sims could do inside together. There's like a coffee maker that in my mind I was like, you could have hot chocolate. Wouldn't that be so cute? I don't know. I had a lot of fun doing this. It just was definitely a struggle trying to get the staircase to be how I wanted it to be. But the house ends up being 2 bedrooms with the loft counting as 1 and 2 bathrooms. So there's space for 5 Sims to be here, like I said, and I think it works out pretty well. Again, it's a vacation home, so like your kids don't necessarily need their own bedrooms. Like your Sims can share a lofted bed space for your like 2-3 day vacation if you're coming here. And this lot works any season of the year. Like if you wanted to have your Sims come to Granite Falls on vacation in like the spring, totally fine, totally works. I felt very inspired by like the wintry trees and the snow-covered trees in the background, and I wanted to build something like this, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I actually streamed this, which, by the way, if you don't follow me on Twitch, please check out my channel. I'll link it down below. I don't actually stream on Sundays, and today is, in fact, Speed Build Sunday, so it's probably a bad time to plug this, but I stream every day on Twitch. I do a lot of Sims building. Like, most of the builds that you see like this on my channel, speed build type stuff, I built first on Twitch, because then I can stream it for a few hours and, like, hang out while I'm building. It makes the building process a lot more fun. Plus, I have suggestions from chat, which, by the way, chat this whole time really very desperately wanted me to put a sauna and a hot tub and a pool on this lot. And the whole time I was like, why? Like, I can see the sauna, I can kind of see the hot tub, I get what you mean. I don't think that this house is necessarily that vibe. Like, I don't know if this house is fancy enough for a sauna or a hot tub, but I definitely cannot get behind the pool. We're building a wintry cabin. What do you mean you want it to have a pool? So I kept being like, no watery activities, everybody. No water activities the whole stream, because people kept coming in and being like, Kayla, what if you put a hot tub? And I would be like, we've been over this. It was really funny, actually. And then my chat started being like, Kayla, technically snow is a water activity. And I was like, I just can't escape this. I can't get away from this. Okay, but now that you can see the house kind of forming and coming together with the shape that it ends up being in like the floor plan, you can sort of see that in the front entranceway, there's a fireplace on the left, and there's gonna be a dining room, sort of dining table space there. There's a bathroom next to the stairs, because the stairs are in this kind of weird diagonal shape because the whole house is diagonal, so the stairs look odd. So I like tucked a bathroom in behind that, and there's a kitchen and like that front bump out of the house, and there's a living room space behind the kitchen. So it's kind of got a pretty open floor plan, which is pretty nice. And of course it has that whole lofted space for the bedroom upstairs. I really like this house. I ended up starting with like a lighter colored log cabin-y vibe, and then I went darker. I also landscaped it, which is weird. You'll see that this part, because I was cheating for it to be winter and cheating for it to snow, none of the plants are dead when I start placing them. But I ended up like fast forwarding some more and letting the snowstorm continue to cover them more with snow. But when I first put the plants, you can like see all their flowers still, which is not really the vibe. Like, I'm picturing this more to be like the middle of winter, everything's dead, like you certainly would not have living flowers. Like, they are covered in snow, and they've been covered in snow for a while. Like, they are no longer with us, those plants. But it kind of worked out in the end. The landscaping looks pretty. It's nice having like all the snow-covered like bushes and stuff. And ideally the snow-covered bushes would bounce back in the spring. Maybe they're the evergreen type, I don't know. It's not my problem, I don't care about plants. But I had a hard time actually with the color scheme, because I wanted to use the outdoor retreat furniture to an extent, because we have some like log cabin-y furniture from outdoor retreat, but like some of it is sort of weird. Like, we have this reddish wood that I'm going for, and I wanted to fit it in really badly, but I really struggled to find a rug that I thought matched, like, because I wanted to have that blue sort of checkered pattern with the red wood, but then all the rugs were like not good. Like, none of them worked, because like we don't want to have a patterned rug because the couch is so patterned, and you don't want to have a blue rug because the couch is so blue, and like all the beige rugs were too beige, and like I really struggled to figure out what I wanted it to be. I ended up going back and changing the rug. I think the dining room really influenced that, because I figured out like the rug I wanted to use in there, and I was able to kind of make an adjustment and figure it out. I was really pleased with how this space turned out. I had a lot of fun like cozying it up. You'll see I kind of go through, and I do this always in all of my builds. First thing I do is like go and place like filler furniture. I figure out, okay, I want to have this size dining table. Does it fit in this room? Like, where can I place the dining table? How can I lay out the couches? So that's step one, is like figure out the layout, and then we go back in, and then we start adding decorations. Like, I always just try to prioritize the layout first, because again, like, you can put as many lamps and plants as you want. You still want to make sure your couches fit. And so I always go through and put filler furniture, which is fine when you're watching a speed build, because like it happens so fast that it doesn't look out of place or odd. But a lot of times when I'm building houses, I'll like put a base game couch, and I'll like do the layout with base game couches, like the cheapest furniture, and I just kind of figure out like where things need to be, and then I go back and change it. And when I'm streaming, that ends up being super weird to watch because people come in from chat that weren't there earlier, so they don't know that it's filler furniture, and they're like, oh my god, why is there a pink rug, Kayla? And it's like, guys, it's not a pink rug, it's just a temporary pink rug. But I like, in my mind it makes sense, because I know that I'm gonna change it. But of course, when you come into a stream, you don't know that I'm gonna change that rug out for a better one. You don't know what my thought process is. Like, you don't know that I'm planning on completely switching around all this furniture and basically furnishing the house twice. But like I said, it makes sense to me to like put filler furniture just to make a layout work. Because when you're trying to do floor plans, like, you don't always know if it's gonna fit how you want it to properly. I mean, to be fair, I build a lot, so I do kind of know when I'm building the house what I need it to look like and how big it needs to be and stuff. But like, sometimes it's weird. Sometimes like living rooms are weird because you don't have enough wall space for couches. I don't know. But it worked out pretty well, I think. I had a lot of fun like cozying up this space, like I said. I also started out trying to use somewhat limited packs. But I definitely maybe used more than I should have. Like, I just saw myself use Strangerville bookshelves. But for the most part, this is like Seasons, Cats and Dogs, Outdoor Retreat. And then with, you know, this occasional sprinkling of some other packs. If you don't have Outdoor Retreat or Seasons, this one's gonna be a rough one for you. Honestly, Cats and Dogs too. I mean, the whole point of this house is to have Outdoor Retreat, right? And use it with Outdoor Retreat. Honestly, I think that Outdoor Retreat is maybe objectively the worst game pack. No, Star Wars is, obviously. No, okay, so, well, for different reasons. But obviously, Outdoor Retreat was the first ever pack for The Sims 4. Came out years and years ago. It was the first game pack, the first DLC at all for The Sims 4. And, like, I think a lot of the earlier DLC, the Sims team was definitely trying to, like, figure out their bearings and see what they're going to do. So they're definitely smaller. They're smaller content packs. You get less for your money. But I do honestly believe that this pack is really fun. Like, I know I've kind of got, like, a soft spot in my heart for Outdoor Retreat because I have such fond memories. Like, I remember the day it came out. I had school that day, and I remember, like, waiting for it to come out. It probably came out at, like, 1 p.m. or something, so I would have been, like, getting out of school, like, a couple hours after it came out. And I remember, like, standing out there on my phone refreshing Twitter, hoping people would post, like, pictures of the items. I wanted to know what was going to be in it so badly, but at the time, I didn't even have an ability to play The Sims 4. My family only had a Mac, and The Sims 4 wasn't out on Mac yet. I think it came out on Mac in February, but Outdoor Retreat came out in, like, January, and The Sims 4 came out in, like, September, so there was a few months that I couldn't really even play The Sims 4, which was devastating. I was kind of ragey about Sims 4 back then, too. I was like, it doesn't even have toddlers or ghosts. Like, this is dumb. I want to play Sims 3. But, of course, I watched so many Sims YouTubers, and so, like, I was obsessed, and I wanted to know what was going to be in the pack so badly. And I remember at Homecoming, so this is, like, back in October, so recently after The Sims 4 had come out, we had, like, a super old laptop that did not work. And I remember, like, whipping it out, trying to fix it. I, like, wiped everything off the laptop so it could possibly try to run a little bit better, so that I could download The Sims 4 on that laptop, but it barely ran, so I, like, barely ever played Sims. But I did buy Outdoor Retreat, and I did play it, like, soon after it came out, because I had to. I was a simmer at heart, and I was so excited to see what the first DLC was going to be like for The Sims 4. It was just such an exciting time, because there wasn't any DLC. Like, we didn't have anything to compare it to. Like, we had the Sims 3 packs, but this was a game pack, and The Sims 3 had expansion and stuff packs, and the game pack is somewhere in between. So it was kind of interesting to see, like, what is this gonna be? Like, what's it gonna have? There's gonna be a new world. Like, I just remember being so excited for this pack. So I always kind of have a special place in my heart for Outdoor Retreat, is kind of the whole point that I'm trying to make. Because I have such fond memories of playing it and, like, getting so excited for it to come out and to play it. Like, I think that this might have been one of the packs that I was most excited for. Because, keep in mind, I was, like, 14, too. So, like, that adds to it. Didn't have a YouTube channel yet, but I was really looking forward to camping for some reason. And honestly, I use the camping stuff all the time. Like, I still play rags to riches type challenges a lot, and I have my Sims go camping a lot. Not like travel to Granite Falls and go camping, but like use the tent and stuff because they don't have a house. Because in that challenge, the whole point is you start out with 0 simoleons, and you, like, slowly try to earn money and build up a house. And so when you can't afford a house, you can afford a tent, and then your Sims can sleep. And so I use Outdoor Retreat a lot for that reason. I also used to have my Sims go to Outdoor Retreat on, like, honeymoons, always. Like, my Sims would get married, and then I have them travel to go camping and go on a honeymoon. Because we didn't have any other vacation worlds. But I guess now, honestly, like, the new pack will be fun for that sort of thing. Because your Sims can go, like, mountain climbing and stuff on a honeymoon. That's really cool. I'm looking forward to playing with that. But until then, we have Granite Falls. Which, Granite Falls, honestly, once Seasons came out, like, I think that Seasons made Granite Falls super cool. It already was really cool. This world is really pretty. It's really small because it's just, like, a camping vacation world. But, like, having Seasons and being able to see it in the winter time and stuff, like, it basically makes it a completely different vacation spot to have Granite Falls in the winter. And you could always, like, come here. You could, like, rebuild Granite Falls to have spas or something, and then you could have your Sims come on, like, some wintry spa retreat to Granite Falls if you wanted to, and then you can kind of just play that way. You can sort of use it however you want to. It's just, I mean, obviously it's designed for camping and stuff, but it's just a vacation world. Like, you could transform it. The same thing with Salvadorada. Like, it's a vacation world, but you could always go and you could put down, like, fancy lots if you wanted to and have your Sims go stay there instead of, like, going there to travel through the jungle. You could just go there and hang out in town at a pool if you wanted to. That's kind of the fun of The Sims. You could even make a fake vacation world and just have your Sims, like, go stay at a hotel in, like, Newcrest if you wanted. I think I'm really excited for the new pack because of the ability to make, like, rental lots anywhere. Because you could have your Sims go stay on vacation in Oasis Springs if you wanted, or, like, go visit Windenburg. I honestly think I might use that to, like, just visit family if I wanted to. But it's kind of fun to be able to make any world a vacation world if you want, because then your Sims can visit anywhere. Like, if you wanted to go travel to Brindleton Bay for whatever reason, or, like, travel to San Myshuno because, like, you want to go stay in the city for a little bit, I'm very excited about the possibilities. I love The Sims 4. I don't know if you noticed. I get unreasonably excited about these things. I just really, really like to think about my build options. I don't even play that much anymore. I mostly just build, but I'm like excited about being able to build new vacation lots in different places and have it actually work. And fingers crossed that someday we'll get hotels. I mean, this pack isn't going to have hotels. We would know if they were adding hotels by now, but fingers crossed that at some point in the future we'll get them. I think that my ideal for a hotel pack would be something like Dine Out, but with hotels instead. Like you can run your own hotel, build your own hotels, go visit hotels, sort of like how Dine Out works with owning and running a restaurant, and like other patrons will come and use your restaurant and you can go visit other people's restaurants. Like I very much like the idea of running my own hotel business. I think that would be super cool. That's like way up high on my list for things that I want to have in The Sims 4. I used to love building hotels in The Sims 3. It was super fun. And I don't know if we necessarily need hotels because we have all these like vacation rental sort of situations, and you can kind of fake hotels. Like I've in the past built things that maybe it's registered as a bar, but it's got beds in it, so you can just go like sleep there if you want to and pretend it's a hotel. But it would be super cool to own your own hotel and like go visit it and like have Nancy Landgrab come stay. And think about like how in city living you'll have like the neighbors making all that noise. You could like deal with guests being problems. Oh, I love it. Let me show you what I built. So here's the house in all of its glory, in all of its wintry glory. Oh, look at that with the snow-capped trees. Isn't that beautiful? So there are 2 chimneys and 3 fireplaces in this house. I've got a few outdoor spaces. I cut this out of the video because I didn't think that it was super necessary to watch me struggle to furnish these balconies, because realistically you probably wouldn't even use them that much because it's winter. But there is like an easel, there's some rocking chairs that you could come sit out in, and they're covered in snow. There's like a little patio here with a grill to hang out in, which honestly you might use this even though it's a tad bit chilly. The front yard has like a chess table and some more rocking chairs. But the good stuff is when you get inside of the house. I am so pleased with how this turned out. I think it looks so cozy, like from the whole entryway. I am really happy about this. So here's the whole house. You can see it's pretty open, but downstairs when you walk in, there's like coat racks, some umbrellas, there's a place to sit, there's a fireplace, a cozy dining table. I did put some fall decorations because listen, it might be a snowy escape, but it is still October. It snows places in October. I live in Florida, so we don't really have that problem here. We don't even have fall here. So I'm trying to overcompensate, as you can see. This is me overcompensating. I love how this room looks. Like the diagonal stairs make it so interesting. Obviously the stairs aren't diagonal, the stairs are straight. This is the front of the lot technically is over here. So both staircases are straight, but they look diagonal when you're in the house. I love this room. I just think it's so cozy. And then you have this tiny hallway with some bookshelves in it that connects you to the living room, which has like some blankets and this exposed log wall and more fireplaces, and there's a guitar to hang out with your family and like a TV to watch. There's this kitchen with some pots and pans and things. In my mind, like this place is being like actively rented out by a family. So they've got like an open cereal box and some cans being used. Imagine this is a variety of different hot chocolates. I don't support coffee here. These are various hot chocolates. There's a bathroom downstairs. My whole chat was kind of laughing about how there's this stone floor and like how cold that must be, which yeah, fair enough. And then the parents have this bedroom. Luckily they get their own space. And then of course upstairs we've got like a sort of hangout space. There's some spots to sit and watch TV. They got 3 beds. This is the Don't Wake the Llama table. So you can play cards, you can play Jenga. And we have a bathroom upstairs. You've even got some magazines next to the toilet. I thought of everything to make your stay here the best that it can be. But like I was saying, back to Granite Falls for a second, because I've just been gushing about it this whole time. Isn't this so pretty? Like, they really did something here. And you make it summertime. Oh, it's still snowy. I was gonna show you the difference in the summer, but still coated in snow. Either way, Granite Falls is like one of my favorite worlds. I love like this angle, this view. I'm so glad we're finally gonna have a real mountain world. Okay, I'm sorry, I need to stop. I'm just really happy right now. The Sims 4 is a super cool game. It's very near and dear to my heart. And on that note, I'm gonna go. What's your favorite game pack? I don't think that Outdoor Retreat is my favorite game pack. I think that Parenthood is. But what is yours? They're all good for different reasons, except for one of them, which is not good. But Star Wars. But what's your favorite one? Let me know in the comments down below. And on that note, I will see you all tomorrow. I really am just trying to live vicariously through my Sims. Here I am in Florida. We got no weather changes at all, ever, all year. It's just rain or not rain. I am like soaking up every bit of snow and cold I can get in The Sims.